Drake Maye didn't just play well against the Saints, he put together a defining performance of his MVP-like season. Despite the recent hate, Maye absolutely deserves to be in the MVP conversation because he's provided the one thing that award is built on. Value. Drake Maye is the Patriots offense. From manipulating safeties to avoiding disaster when the pocket collapses, to dropping absolute rockets downfield. This game was the sharpest blend of maturity and explosiveness we've seen from him all year. If you want to understand why he belongs to MVP race, this is the film. Break down exactly why this was his best game of the season. Coverage is going to be cover 4 pre-snap, then move to a cover 3 post-snap. Drake Maye is going to fake the handoff to Stevenson, come around to see DeMario Douglas coming free deep downfield. They just completely fooled the safety. Maye sees this, with having a guy flying towards him as well, so he's probably thinking he's going to have to take a shot. He throws an absolute beauty to DeMario Douglas, who makes another play against the safety and goes in for the touchdown. Next play, we're going to see Maye make a mature decision that you usually see from upper tier quarterbacks. Maye right away from the get-go is going to look to his left to the tight end, who's going to be covered. He's also going to see at the top left the receiver just outrunning the corner of his piercing speed. And Maye sees this and wants to take a shot, but he doesn't react quick enough to this. And what happens is the center is going to not hold up in pass pro, and Maye's going to have a big boy in his lap. Some guys will still try to attempt the shot downfield, but usually what happens is that they can't get enough power behind it, and they'll get hit as they're throwing, and then floats up long in the air and gets intercepted. Maye, instead of doing this, pivots and throws to his tight end over the middle, who is wide open. But the point being is that he doesn't do what some quarterbacks do and still try to throw this ball downfield. We're going to see a good demonstration of Drake Maye's playmaking ability on this one. Now Drake Maye looks to his right, doesn't see anything open, so he's going to do a little dancing around to buy himself some time. And sees a big fat opportunity downfield. DeMario Douglas again being wide open and downfield. Maye puts on a little demonstration of his arm talent and flips this to him and turns it into another touchdown for the Patriots. It's a great example of him not pumpkining up with trying to buy some time and being rewarded with a big play from it. Maye takes a snap, looks to his left, and sees Diggs stumbling in this out route. So he doesn't know exactly where to go then because nothing else is open. Decides to move up into the pocket, evades the edge rusher, and flips out to the running back Henderson. Turns into a decent play by Henderson, so good by Maye for salvaging it by flipping it out to him. Maye's going to ramp it up with some big time playmaking. He's going to take the snap, look to his right, and he was going to throw it to Diggs here, but he doesn't choose that, which I'm a little confused by at first, but let's keep watching. He's going to look downfield, look to his left, step up into the pocket, make an outstanding big time throw to Kayshon Boutte for the touchdown. Here's the big thing. This is on first down, so it's appropriate to do this on first down, even when you have an open guy, which I still think this could have had some good potential, but Maye looking for something else downfield is fine given the situation. We're going to see a nice in-structure play by Maye. Coverage is going to be cover 6 pre-snap, moving to probably a cover 3 variation. Drake's going to look to the middle. It's going to have his eyes looking at Diggs and Mac Hollins right here. With stepping into the throw to traffic, making a tight window throw to Stephon Diggs. It's not flashy, but the thing about quarterbacks is you want them to do the in-structure most of the time and save the spicy stuff for later. That's the problem with Caleb Williams. Saints are acting like they're going to send the house here. I presume it's still going to be a cover 3 variation because of this. The linebacker is backed off post snap. Maye is going to look to his right and sees the pocket starting to crumble. He then moves to his left. There really isn't anyone open at this point anyway, besides dumping this off to the running back, so Maye instead decides to keep it himself. Now it's a good example of his scrambling ability. I don't think he should be used in a heavy QB design run offense because I think, honestly, you'll see the same thing that's happened to Jackson Dart with a lot of concussion protocols, which is not good. Now my criticism of Maye is that he has to be a little better about sliding, not taking hits. And that's one critique of his game so far this year is that he's going onto the ball too long to make plays. Back to the film. I love this play because it's a great example of Drake Maye starting to show the fruits of his playmaking ability. And I love that, even though I want him to protect himself. Coverage is going to be cover 3 at the snap. Now, for whatever reason, the tackle is just not ready for the edge rusher. I don't understand why. He's so focused on this guy right in between him and the right guard. He forgets the edge rusher and was like, oh, wait, I got to block that guy. But Maye is going to be looking to his left and down the middle and evades the rusher thankfully, so Maye maneuvers the pocket, throws off bounds to Hollins, who is going to make a great adjustment to this ball. It's a great by Maye for making a play out of structure. Now, no spicy throws for you? Well, here's one. Patriots going to be making an interesting decision. It's going to be 21 personnel now, which I just find kind of weird. But Maye takes the snap, does a deep drop back, and this is on third down as well, by the way. He's going to look to his left, really doesn't see anything there he likes, so he moves up into the pocket, just as the tackle is going to lose his position and pass pro. As Maye steps up the edge, grabs his jersey, and I think the jersey pull just exaggerates how good this looks. He steps up into the pocket, looking downfield to his left, sees nothing there, but he sees the explosive play opportunity, throwing a bazooka to Stefon Diggs down on the sideline. I think this is the one where the penalty was completely unnecessary. They say Diggs pushed off. I don't agree with that. It doesn't matter though. The point is Drake Maye has a bazooka of an arm. Like, this is a field flipping throw. It goes to a 50-yard rocket. It's impressive because it's late in the play as well. That's my big thing. So he puts on a demonstration, difficult throw that was MVP level. Drake Maye's gonna make another big time throw under pressure. Coverage looks like a cover 7 variation, but I think it's ultimately cover 3. Maye's gonna take the snap. First, Maye's looking to the middle. Maye's gonna identify the opportunity downfield to the right. What you're also going to see is him being under pressure from his left side, because you'll see the guard letting the edge rusher by. Maye probably aware of this because you can see this out of the corner of his eye, which is why you see him drop back, shift to his right, and launch his ball while taking a hit, placing it perfectly. It does get broken up, but that's because Hollins tries to one-hand grab this. You just gotta use 2 hands to catch that and kind of turtle up as you fall down as a receiver. I don't really think you could have put that in a better spot, and he deserves credit for that throw. Now, I want to hear what you guys think on this next play. Drake Maye's going to look to the middle while dropping back. He's going to throw this to Kyle Williams. Now, it's not a bad route by Kyle Williams as Maye tries to throw this in his pocket in the zone coverage. It looks like an errant throw, an inaccuracy by Drake Maye. I think this was tipped by Chase Young though, but it's kind of hard to tell. If you look right here, and I'd like you guys to comment below if you think this was deflection or not. Look at how his hand goes. It kind of bends backwards, so I think he does tip it. But it's one thing to remember that when you're watching any quarterback play, you might see that sometimes in critical situations. It might look like a terrible throw or inaccuracy. It might just be a tip ball. I see that more often than not when looking back at film. This next play is basically going to seal the deal for the Patriots. It did help them win this game as well. It's going to be 3rd down, so they're trying to convert this so the Saints don't get the ball back. Maye drops back in shotgun. The rush already kind of getting free by the time he gets to the end of his drop back. But Drake's gonna throw his back shoulder to Stefon Diggs and has perfect accuracy. It's a great play by Stefon Diggs as well for getting his feet in bounds. Back shoulder throws are not exactly an easy thing to accomplish, but when QBs can do it and do it very well, having that chemistry with the receivers, it can make a big difference in games, especially when teams are playing more man coverage a lot and being very good at that. You can have these receivers running go routes, then in the back of their mind, they can't get good separation on the corners. They can look back shoulder, kind of create some separation there and create these little mini explosive plays. So Drake Maye has gotten a lot of flack for being an MVP candidate because of the schedule the Patriots have had, which is something to consider, but I think it is important to remember he is the offense for the Patriots. The run game has not been great for most of the season. The supporting cast isn't that much drastically improved. It's more of Diggs really hasn't been an X receiver for the Patriots, and the tackles have been pretty good admit. His supporting cast isn't that drastically improved while people are making it out to be. Diggs really isn't that X receiver, and that's kind of been a void in this offense, but they're making do about it with their wide receiver committee. And the truth is the situation has stabilized, not become like a Bears or Vikings like supporting cast. This game as well is not even a great fit for Maye. It's not bad, just Maye would benefit from a more shotgun heavy drop back type of offense. Think of like Cardinals, he'd be great in that. Yet here he's playing in the complete opposite and playing elite football. He has a lot on his plate in this offense and he's doing very well because of it. His back at draft time, that would be considered his weakness. So the fact he's playing like an MVP candidate is huge. But what about another guy who's playing at elite level, which is Matthew Stafford? Well, I think Drake Maye deserves to be in the MVP conversation. I think Stafford, hands down, is the best quarterback in the NFL by a mile. Check out the video here. Or Sam Darnold was also in the MVP conversation earlier on in the year, so check out his best game here as well.